And
Yeah.
one thing that Casey already understood about Annayia is that she is a sensitive and emotional person. And so you know that Annaya's heart is like literally broken right
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so the least you could have done as somebody who blueprint her down was to
Yeah.
make sure she was okay. I did
Yeah.
not like that whatsoever. Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Love Island USA Season 8, Episode 23. I ain't gonna lie, when Carl came out that cake, I said, okay, he actually ain't bad looking. You know what I'm saying? Come rescue my girl. For real. If you did not know, we do have shirts for sale that say watching Love Island like it's my full-time job. We would absolutely love your support. So hit the show notes so that you can order one. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. And before we get into this episode, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that hype button. And oh, we had our most watched video last time. It's almost at 10K. I think it might be our first 10K video. Like, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. And so, yeah, hype us up. Be in the comments. Not gonna lie, it was like over 300 comments. I'm not sure we're gonna get to them all, baby. But know that when we see them, sometimes we'll talk about them in the episode, even if we don't get to respond, because we do review them and try to look at them and everything like that. So this episode, yeah, let's get into it. But before we do, for the last time, let's shout out our sponsor from Scratch and Soul Bakery. If you're looking for homemade desserts made with love, they are the ones for you. It's a Miami-based bakery specializing in cookies, cakes, brownies, breads, and other sweet treats made completely from scratch. She in the kitchen, y'all, okay? Whether you're celebrating a special occasion or simply satisfying a sweet craving, From Scratch and Soul Bakery has something sweet for everyone. And the best part, they ship their baked goods nationwide, bringing homemade goodness right to your doorstep. Follow From Scratch and Soul Bakery on Instagram and check the show notes to order you something sweet to snack on while you're watching Love Island. They had a little, sugar themselves this episode. But let's get
Yes.
into it. I want to say this off rip. Megan was needed because the way she
Yeah.
said it clearly, and you understood it when it came from Megan, because you understood that if
Correct.
Megan's saying this is how people are feeling. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
so when she said you can explore without being disrespectful, that shut
Okay.
their asses up, okay? Because
Yeah,
they were
straight
not
up.
listening and understanding or respecting when it was coming from Annayia or when it was coming from Trinity or when it was coming from the other ladies. But the bootylicious woman we like to see, she's saying pipe down basically, and now you hear her, okay?
Right.
So I
Yeah.
love this episode.
Straight up. Yeah, no, for real. Actually, when Megan was leaving, I was like, round of applause. They needed this. This was mentorship. Okay, she
Right.
came in to mentor
Right.
everybody, and I absolutely love that she gave Annayia all of that attention and was upping her up, giving her praise, like reminding her that she is a baddie. I love that she was like the thickest, the baddest, the realest. Like I was like, yes, Annayia needs all of that right now. And deserves all of that right now. It definitely hurt my heart too when she was talking to Sincere and Zach, and was like, I have not felt beautiful like in this experience.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, she needed this. It coming from a black woman. I was like, yeah, Casey, Corbin, hear it. Casey
Yeah.
always talking about my mama, my sister. Yeah, hear it from one of them. Hear it, okay, loud and clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, where do we want to start? Do we want to start with the whole Annayia and
Hell
Casey?
yeah, girl.
It all.
Yes.
Oh my. Okay, where we going with it?
Well, I want to say off rip, like I said, that right there, they just were not hearing it from her, because the fact that this
Yeah.
man ain't made any attempts to have a conversation with her, because you know how to do it when it's Soul. When Soul was, he was like, right now, I see that this ain't the time, but I do want to have a conversation. That same type of energy, keep that same energy. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like the issue with all of this is that you reassured her, kept saying you the blueprint, and never once put on your big dog panties.
Yeah.
And actually told this girl how you were feeling. Like, I want words of affirmation. He keeps saying, I'm pouring into her. I pour it into her. And it's like, and she never put it to me. Did you ever say to her that, bruh, like, I need some affirmations. I need this and this and that. I need that. Or just express that it doesn't feel good to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never was real with her. That's the thing. It's like, and so you
Yeah.
set somebody up when you give them all the blueprint, and you have nothing to worry about from me. He said that constantly. You have nothing to worry about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I don't understand how people are on, because the fact that anybody could be riding on, or like on Casey's side about all of this, or saying he did nothing wrong. It's like, no, yes, he did. He let this girl on, he let her on, and
Mhm.
she fell for it. You get what I'm saying? She disarmed her own thoughts and whatever that thing that was popping up in her head saying, I don't know, I don't know. She disarmed it based on his words. And
Right.
we're in this situation that we're in. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can explore, but at the end of the day, it's how you did it. Just like we said. It's just,
Yeah, yeah, no, point blank, period. And it's like the fact that he keeps bringing it up. Oh, I poured into her. I kept reassuring her. I kept giving her these words of affirmation. I'm like, that's exactly why she felt like she was safe in this connection at the
yeah.
very least. No matter if before you left, because he did sit her down and was like, I do feel like I should have explored or whatever before they went to Casa Amor, but you also said, it got to be like some crazy shit to come in here
Yeah.
and, to really pull my head, and it wouldn't happen in a few days, blah, blah, blah. So it's like that compounding interest of
Yeah.
everything that you said is what led Annayia to feel like she was safe in this connection, not just, oh, this last conversation where he said, oh, yeah, maybe I should have explored a little bit with Soul. And I think
Yeah.
everybody keeps harping on that last conversation. And it's like, no, they've had a entire experience in here. So why would she make that choice based on that last conversation? Could she have also made a decision based on what she saw on screen and how excited he was getting? Yes, but all the boys was getting excited. So it's like we can't lose focus here. Like we can't just go based off of, well, yesterday was this, today is this. It's like, no, the most consistent through line in their storyline has been you the blueprint, we're getting stronger in our connection. I feel confident in this connection. You have nothing to worry about. Blah blah blah. So him opening up the episode opening up and he talking about something he not about to be kissing ass. It's like,
Well,
motherfucker, you never was doing that. You was never doing that. What you was doing was using her to keep yourself safe. So let's not try and act like you've been in here trying to move around Annaya's emotions, because that's not
yeah.
what's been happening, my brother.
Yeah.
You've just been thinking about self.
Yeah. And also, you have been not being real with her. You know what I'm saying? No matter if that was like a pain point for you, you have to express that she cannot read your mind. She expressed every time there were issues she had. He never was giving her that same transparency. And so you set it up. And then Corbin asked, I knew when Gall and Dylan was sitting there, I'm like, first of all, do-
These ain't even your
dodos,
boys. These ain't even
why
your boys.
why are y'all sitting here giving him all the tea? First of all, he done dog your
Yeah.
girl and the girl you trying to be interested in. Both y'all, Gal and Dylan. Just shut it up. Shut it up. That's what I'm like. Shut it up. But anywho, I
Yeah.
knew Corbin asked when he sat there with his little tea or a coffee. I knew he was trying to get some tea. And when he went back, that little boys conversation with him and Sincere and Casey, fuck off. That shit was
Yeah.
horrible. You get what I'm saying? It
It
was
was.
actually horrible. It was like, this who y'all riding for? Like the people who are riding for Casey. Like, and I understand, like I said to you the other day, I was like, there are some points in this journey that I didn't see what was going on with Casey. And I was just like, okay, is it growth? Is it immaturity? Whatever. And it may still be that. You know what I'm saying? He may still have an opportunity to see himself through this experience and come out better. Not writing that off for him. But when you do some foul shit, you're gonna get community checking you and the way you
Right.
should for foul shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I didn't like that conversation and all of that with him saying like, oh, she was kissing him up and down. It's like after they saw y'all grabbing ass, kissing, blah, blah,
Doing
blah. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, also she came back and chose you, right? So obviously she understood that you were kissing in a challenge, the one that she was in the photo booth crying about. She understood you were kissing in a challenge. She understood that she's been kissing, and she said, okay, I still feel like the strength of what we talked about is, or what we were, is we're exploring and we come back. And so she didn't have an issue with you exploring. It's the okie
Hmm.
doke. It's the okie doke. And she don't
Right.
even, it's actually even more than that, because we know that you out here, I don't give a fuck. I
Right.
don't give a fuck. I don't care about her feelings. Like, we know that you're
Right.
acting
She don't
like
even
that.
know that yet.
Yeah, she don't even know that. And so it's like you set her up and then you flew off. Now,
Mm-hmm.
are there things that Annayia did? Yeah, but two things can be true. Annayia could have
Right.
looked at a couple things, but that doesn't absolve you of showing up with good character into a situation, because
Right.
good character would have been like, I'd like to have a conversation with you, Annayia. I know how this must
Mm-hmm.
feel. When you're standing up there with TT and all of this, you could say, I understand the weight of this, and I would like to have a conversation with you, Annayia, because I respect the hell out of you, and I would really love to have a conversation to speak with you. But overall, you didn't handle that shit in any type of way that was appropriate. Like, you just didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not at all. And then afterwards, when they're all standing around and Parmita and TT talking about, so we grown and we're not 21, 22. It's like y'all young men are 21 and 22. Like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about
How
here?
old is
Y'all saying that
TT?
and laying up. She's 25. So I'm like, y'all saying that and laying up in
With
21 and
boys.
22-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, y'all just got so much on them. Now,
Yeah.
Parmita, okay, you 27, but again, 27 with a 21-year-old that you got to tell to go brush his motherfucking teeth. Like, let's be effing for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it was too much. And so that let's go to the breakdown, okay? Because that breakdown, I was just like, my heart was heavy for
Annaya's
Annayia
breakdown.
in that
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Yes, when she was just like, they're laughing at me, they're laughing at
Yeah.
me. And it's like, yeah, no, because they were actually laughing at her. And
Yeah.
that's the part where it was like, damn, like, even if it was like suspicion, it's like, yeah, no, they really are laughing at you or laughing at the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Casey is participating in it instead of coming over to make sure she's okay. That is some dog ass shit. That's not
Yeah.
a man of good character. And I'm not trying to write him off completely, but if he was about all that shit he was talking, he would not have let that slide. Just like he
Yeah.
running over to Melanie and say, y'all, I don't want you to go out like that. He could have easily in that situation and say, y'all, like, it's a lot going on. Like, let's not egg it on. Let's just end this conversation. TT, you and I can go just, focus on us. I'm going to make sure Annayia is straight. Whatever. It's just so many ways he could have handled that differently. But engaging in that, I was like, come on now, y'all. And
Yeah.
in my head, I was like, if anybody still thinks that this shit is okay,
Yeah.
like I would like to come and have it. Like let's sit down. Let's sit down. Let's
Yeah.
go sit on somebody's couch
And
together because I'm not understanding because that just was not
okay.
cool at all.
Yeah.
And the overwhelming emotions that Annayia had. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Yeah.
one thing that Casey already understood about Annayia is that she is a sensitive and emotional person. And so that Annaya's heart is like literally broken right
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so the least you could have done as somebody who blueprint her down was to
Yeah.
make sure she was okay. I did
Yeah.
not like that whatsoever.
Let's go back to that kiss the ass comment, because the problem with some of like how we're raising men today is that accountability or saying you're wrong or apologizing feels like kissing ass, feels like weakness, right? And
Yeah,
that's the way he's viewing it, because it's like, how could you in any way, when you've caused this girl all these tears, how could you in any way say kissing ass? Like, how is that even popping in your head? And so, like, in
yeah,
that moment, it's like on a human level, she was broken down even more than Soul. But guess what? Soul was someone you were interested in. So you can pull out the
right.
sweetness. You can pull out the, we ain't got to talk right now, but I want to make sure you're straight. But with Annayia, it's like you going back and forth. He said at one point he going to talk to her, but then another point he not sure. It's like, this is
Not
foul.
with
And
the
yeah,
hostility.
and
Don't
he
want to be
can't,
fighting and
he's like,
arguing.
all of the women talking, it's like one thing. And it's like, I can understand that, but she been by herself. She's sleeping in soul ties. She walked off plenty of opportunities that night to talk to her.
Yeah,
So it doesn't excuse it. And I love Trinity talking about like the sisterhood element of it, because it's like, yeah. And truth be told, them women shouldn't have been the only ones in there checking him. All of them dudes should have been in
correct.
there, but you got dog ass
Yes.
dudes like Corbin in there that people
Mhm.
not checking people. And that's what we were talking about last
Yeah.
time. Like, community is not checking some of these YNs, and he is a
Yeah.
YN. Okay, what are you,
Yeah.
22? Some of them not checking them. You know what I'm saying? And so
Mhm.
it's like
Because the
you
men,
yeah,
honestly.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
You leaving
sorry.
it to the women. You leaving the women out here
Yeah.
having to get in your face and whatever and ride. And it's like, baby, like the sentiment of this is that you take that L. Corbin, no, that's because he a little seasoned ass. I'ma fuck you over, and then when it's convenient for me, apologize as motherfucker. He
Mm-hmm.
know to just dead it. He was telling him like, take it, because it's like he knows if you're gonna be in this dog game, you gotta. In order for your
Yes,
own sanity, apologize just to keep the peace because you're just
correct.
stirring up emotions. He knows that, but Casey is this baby dog. I don't know how to explain it, but he's like trying to form into a full-fledged dog, and he doesn't know how to go about it. He's going about it very emotionally. Like, I ain't doing that. They ain't kissing ass. I ain't this and this and that. And Corbin is a little more seasoned in that stoicness or whatever. And I'm not saying
Yeah,
sit here and apologize when you don't mean it, but the fact that you don't mean it is the problem. You get what I'm saying? The fact that you can't
right.
reach on a human level to say, like, other, like, black woman, like, some of these black men don't be having enough community, a sense of community for me. Like, do you see that
Yeah,
this girl is on national television like this? Like, stop playing. Like, so
yeah. At your hands. You
yes,
know what
at
I'm
your
saying?
hand. It's
Like,
like, bruh, the least you could do is check in on her. Like,
yeah,
I'm so glad Annayia was so clear. And I love that for
yeah.
her, that she was able to articulate it. I love
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot to say on
Yeah,
that, but
I was
I
like,
I was gonna say I'm about to talk about Melanie and say how I love that Melanie showed up. I was about to switch on to that, but if you got some more to say, because I
yeah.
look,
Uh, I yeah, no, I love that. I was like, she took her moment. She got up the next day and said, "I'm a trill ass bitch, and y'all not finna
yeah,
get me down, and I'm gonna
yeah,
say what the fuck I need to say." She had that conversation with TT. Now, I will say it's a lot missing in between because I was like, how we get from I ain't no little girl. I mean, I ain't no 21, 22 year old to we all roses and sunshine and it's all cool and good and dandy. I wanted to know what the through line was between that, but I digress.
yeah. I mean,
But
the
yeah, I love that
conversations were. It gave that maybe the conversations that they had in the women's quarters sort of chilled things
yeah,
down a little bit, and TT came with better energy for with both her conversations with Trinity
yeah, no, for
and
real.
Anaya. So it's
And
like,
then yeah,
yes,
most
thank
definitely.
you, girl,
Yeah, most
because
definitely. Yeah, no, I appreciated that. I love that they had that on camera so that we can see that.
yeah.
And at the very least, it happened. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's all good. Because I was like, TT, I don't know about you, girl, because you was coming out real strong for a man you don't know, and I did not I didn't like that at all. But yes, on to Melanie and her uplifting Anaya and just speaking life into her. I absolutely loved that. I said, damn, Melanie, you a good ass friend, not one to yourself, but you a good ass friend. I was like, this is everything a girl needs to hear in this type
Yeah.
of moment. Even when Anaya was crying in the bedroom or in the soul ties, and she went over and got under the covers with her, I was like, this is the type of sisterhood that you need. And there was a lot of people in the discourse saying that the girls, especially Trinity, was coming from a bad place because Trinity was trying to make it about her with the whole comment that Casey made about her and Bryce or whatever. And it's like, even if that was the point, at the end of the day, these motherfuckers deserved that
Absolutely.
cuss out.
Absolutely.
And you need that sometimes. You need that sometimes. You have to like we mirror each other. That is what interpersonal relationships and growth is all about. You don't know whether or not you have a good personality or a good thing going until somebody is in front of you saying, "No, this shit don't work. This is not how you treat people." Point blank. Period. And so they needed that. That was a sit your ass down and look at yourself type of
Yeah.
moment. Now, did they take it as such? No, but I'm glad that Megan came in with that reinforcement to
Yeah.
come back in and screw them goddamn screws a little tight because the motherfuckers was losing it because of their ego was
Yeah.
bruised.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear no, y'all getting on TT but not Trinity for this and that, and that wasn't their place. It absolutely was their place because if
Absolutely.
that is your friend, if that's your sister, shit, if that's your mama, if that's your anybody, and you see them getting dogged out and disrespected, you're
Mhm.
going to say some shit. And they
Mhm.
was consistent. They cussed out Corbin too. Everybody
Mhm.
making it about this whole
Case,
KC shit. It's like, no,
yes.
they cussed out everybody in the way that they needed to be cussed out.
Yes.
Sincere probably would have got that shit too if he walked in with another woman. But
Yes.
Melanie handled that herself. So
Yes.
I'm like, y'all, I don't see what y'all not seeing with that shit. Like sisterhood, friendship, this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
This is like the PPG shit that I like to see in the villa. Like straight up.
Yeah, no, facts, like facts. And yeah, I wrote that down too. That Corbin like nobody's defending Corbin. You get what I'm saying? Like nobody's sitting here saying Corbin, why are they doing this to Corbin? Why are they doing this to that? It's like because you can see the dog in him, and it's that Casey, you just don't quite see the dog yet. And I'm not even villainizing nobody who don't see the dog yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, at this point, I mean, I ain't villainize it. It's that's just where you are in your development. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like a couple episodes ago, or not a couple episodes ago, but like a couple, like
A
a
week
week or two
ago,
ago.
we didn't see it.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
see it. We didn't see it. It was like little things, and it was like we gave him a little grace, but it unfolds when it unfolds. So I'm hoping that that's what happens for people, and then maybe this episode. But it's very surprising. It's very surprising, and I think it's like so many people. I think especially in our, I'm gonna speak to our community specifically, but I feel like so many people are comfortable or used to Black women not being supported and not being cared for, that what we're asking for feels like, what y'all expect KC to do that? It's like,
Yeah.
yes, like
Yes.
I have good Black men in my life, and I promise you there is no way they are handling me like that. Period. You get what I'm saying? They not
Yeah.
even letting no other dude handle me like that. If any of my brothers or my fathers or my uncles or whoever were in that space, they're speaking on it. They're speaking on it.
Yeah.
And you need that type of community of Black men to rise up. Y'all want to sit here and talk, be like, oh, kings. Be that. Be that. Check
Yeah.
these motherfuckers,
Yeah.
because this is ridiculous. Why we gotta have
Yeah. And
more
you
heart?
don't just
Why
write
we
you.
gotta be the OGs
Yeah.
having more heart to call a
No, for
motherfucker
real.
out? No,
For real.
no. I'll
And
step back and
and
let
I
you do
don't
it, but
agree.
do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, and I don't always agree with Dr. Umar, but one thing I do like that he continuously
Not Umar.
says is that Black men do not hold Black men, no, seriously, accountable, and the community has left Black women to raise Black men, and so there is
Yeah.
now a deficit in how we communicate with each other in an effective way. So yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
And I will also say too that it's not just sticking up for the people that you love, like you said, like the people in your life would they would speak up. They would also speak up for me. They would speak up for the sister next to them.
Yes.
Like, and that is how you create good community
Yeah.
lines
Yeah.
where it's like, no, this is the standard. You do it
Yeah.
for everybody, not
Yeah.
just like he did it for Soul. He did it for Soul because he liked her. No, you
Yes.
always do it if that's what you about. Point blank.
Yeah.
Period.
No
It ain't no
facts.
when I can get something out of this, when it benefits me or when it's my people. That's why I'd be like, if you a daddy, would you want your daughter raising a man like you? I mean, being with a man like you? Like,
Mm-hmm. But
that's where
some
that
of them
shit come
don't
from.
even
Like,
have enough respect for, and I'm not talking about everybody. Like I said, God, we have really good men in our lives, but some of them don't have enough respect for women. You know what I'm saying? That
hmm
that the care for who she ends up with doesn't even cause, like, that analogy. It doesn't cause them any heartburn because they don't have the respect for their daughter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As a
yeah,
woman, and they want to put
hmm
her into a more subservient whatever role. But
hmm
look, it is what it is. We could go all day, but let us do shift onto Melanie a little bit. Like I said, she was a real one. Really loved her
yeah,
for her how she showed up for Annayia, and she was saying them words, talking about Build a Bear, all that good stuff. I was like, speak on it. I did see a
yeah,
meme though where somebody was like, had a picture of a Build a Bear KC on the side, and then on the stairwell behind them was Sincere. It's like meanwhile Melanie talking about, you ain't got to build a bear, and
yeah.
he a build a bear on the side. But either way,
Literally,
yeah.
literally.
Let's talk about Melanie a little bit, because this, that self abandonment we were talking about last time, is always going to
Yes.
come back. It's always going to come back. It's like, you know how,
hmm
like, I think I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but trees, or not trees, but like plants, how they always will grow towards the sunlight. It's like that's kind of how your feelings of protecting yourself. It's like it's always gonna be trying to shift you in that direction, and it's gonna always show up. It's just gonna always move you
Yeah,
in that direction, and you're gonna try to rest in whatever you think. No matter where you turn that plant, it's gonna move in that direction. You're gonna try to rest in whatever you think is gonna be temporary, but it's gonna pop back up, and it's not gonna let you really fully
yeah,
enjoy it, and you're gonna just,
yeah,
it's trying to bring you to the light, trying to bring you to caring for yourself. And so it's like you gotta just sometimes just make the hard decision off rip, because
yeah.
look.
Well, I will say I'm actually very I'm not happy that she chose what she did. because I just don't want to see her going through this. But I think this is going to be such a great lesson for her
Yeah.
because she is actually developing right before our eyes,
Yes.
and I have enjoyed watching it. Like
Yeah.
Melanie is now, I'm putting her on the client list.
Yes.
She is on. She up there now. My God, like she really is. I'm like, I'm just so, I don't know, like, because we have all been there, and she is actually taking the time to process. Like you see her doing it in real time. She's noticing, wait, like I just don't feel good today. Like I
Yeah.
know I should be happy that we are back together, but something just still don't feel good. And no, I'm actually not being considered. It's not just about you walking in here single. It's what do you do when my back is turned to you?
Yeah.
What do you do when I am not around? Because that is where real love shows up. It's not just walking back in here, baby, with a little fucking flower and saying, we should be all good and dandy. And I
Yeah.
was like, Zach, shut the fuck up. When he
Hell
was
fucking
like,
yeah.
I feel like she ruined the moment because this is y'all choosing each other. No, choosing her would have been considering her. Like, I don't
Yeah.
understand why men don't get that. You don't get to just keep saying, I'm working on it. And then when it is actually time for you to show that you have been working on it, that you just fumble the ball and then be like, oh, well, I'm just, and what did he say? He said something like, I'm trying to get it all out of me. Like, I'm trying to,
It ain't
whatever he
never
said.
gonna
I was like,
go
it's
until the
never
dick
going to
stop
go because you
working.
don't feel like it's
Sorry.
okay. Okay. I'm like, sincere, baby, you got a lot of work to do because
Yeah.
he's just like not getting it. Even afterwards, he was like, if I don't do something, I'm the bad guy. If I do something, I'm the bad guy. How am I the bad guy? She explored two connections and she still considered you in
And not
exploring. She didn't
kissing.
even kiss that man until he did something so considerate
Yeah.
that she was like, you know what, I can actually kiss you. She actually allowed there to be a display of affection and love and care and concern for her. Not just I'm jumping in the bed and ooh, it's a new bitch so I can get my dick wet. Let's bump and grind on the first night. On the second night. He talked about it was so hard for me. It was no, it actually wasn't
Yeah.
sincere. Then he talking about some I tell the truth, just not the whole truth. Bitch, that's not telling the motherfucking truth. Like, who do you think you are, Pinocchio? Bitch, like what, like you, like I'm confused. Ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I was on the train watching this and I laughed out loud. Like you know how you be on a train and you just lose. Look, child, I laughed out loud. I just can't even with this man. Now I tell the truth,
Yeah.
but sometimes I don't tell the whole truth. Bitch, like what are we talking about? So it's just
It was a
comical at this
complete
point.
joke. It was a
Yeah.
complete joke. I was
Yeah.
like, come on now, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what you're doing. But it's just like, come on now. Like,
Yeah, no.
bruh,
It
bruh,
it's
biggest joke of the century.
Yeah, and I think like also like he keeps wanting Melanie to be like, oh yeah, no, no, say what you feel, say how you feel, and it's like when you're only wanting her to say how you feel, she feels, so you can ping pong back everything with a defense. You get what I'm
Right,
saying? Like
right.
all of that defensiveness, like no, I see how you feel, but you had to no. If you want her to
Yeah,
open up her feelings, be a safe space, be a space where she can open, share her feelings. You take accountability and mend it. Like that's the only way it starts. And her saying like, I don't want you saying sorry after and like consider me before you do it. Like facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
yeah,
Because at the end of the day, like you said, she did not kiss that dude. And I think there's a different level of like Zach not walking in the same, you're not in the same shoes as everybody else walking in there. You done already pissed your woman off big time. You done already played in
right.
her face, played in Soul's face big time. So you on thin ice. So it's about whether do you want to piss her off more or do you value caring for what her feelings are? You already know you got to set it off as woman up in there. You know what I'm saying? She is
Hmm.
pissed off. You're not on the same level. Zach, he can go kiss Alana or whatever her name was. He can go kiss that girl and it pissed Kada off, but he got a little more runway than you got.
Yeah,
You on thin motherfucking
yeah.
ice. You don't like what are we talking
The thin
about? So
ice that he tried to tell KC he owned. He's on
yeah,
it. Like, you on it.
yes, you're on that ice. And so it's like considering her looks like saying, I, not even considering her, it's like, do you want her? Do you want her? Do
Yeah,
you want her? If you want her, consider yourself. Consider how she might kick your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not on, you're caring for her. Do you do you want her and do you care about having her in your life? You know what I'm saying? On even on selfish shit. So it's like this little kid, he is a child. Like I said, I do think that he is redeemable. He's just a child. I like I said, I'm the question mark on whether KC is redeemable. I don't think Corbin is, but this that they on a trajectory of like the bad shit from to the worst to the worst to the worst. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just I can't I can't with that.
Yeah, no, for real. And on that, you saying like, being a safe space, he kept cutting her off.
Mhm.
Like it's like he had, like how I said the other day, he like an encyclopedia, and a dictionary of like lines, and he just flip through and then say one. That is him. He just be on go with it. He don't even know what he's saying, so I don't even think he's processing. That's what, when he hit his head and was like, I don't get. I'm like, no, you actually might not get it, my guy, because you're not processing, because you're not listening. You're not listening to
Yeah.
understand. You're just listening to respond. And you keep pulling out these little one liners that you think keep working on people. But
Yeah.
Melanie is not that one, or whatever you used to, whatever. Even
Yeah.
if she was one of the ones, you had to, you got a set it off girl. It's like, even if she wasn't no set it off girl, what, like, how do you want to be perceived in relation to others in romantic ways? Like, it can't be this. It can't be this. It can't be the guy who don't listen, who just cuts me off, who just says what he needs to say to like get through the moment. Because that's all he's doing. He just wants her to be like, oh, you said everything that I needed you to say, and now I feel reassured. And one thing about women is we are most attuned through our ear gates. Men, eye gates. What they see, that's why it's so easy for them to just stray away, because they
Mhm.
see something good, it's all good. But women, us, it be them ears. It be them ears, what we hear. And so Sincere gives me the type of guy who understands that, because he just rolls off the tongue with it too easy. And I had saw a clip. I did not watch the After Sun this past Saturday, but I had saw a clip of him saying goodbye to Amora, and he basically was like, in so many words, I could be botching this up, but he basically told her, like, if you would have been there from like day one, from the beginning, or if we would have had more time, you definitely would have been number one. And I thank you so much for letting me experience you. I was like, bro, this man can't be honest and sincere to save his life.
Yeah. And also, one of the things I do want to point out is that he was like to Melanie, he was like, you are the only girl in this villa I want to explore. And then she was all like, and I'm like,
Yes.
girl, the saxophones right here, because
Right.
in this villa, there's a whole ass world that y'all about to be in. Like,
Right.
let's not, you the only girl in this villa. Like, let's not. And so
Yeah.
I do want to switch on Melanie for a quick second, and just to say something about Annayia, because I think both of them, there's like, again, two things can be true. This man can be tripping, and these women could also be making decisions that do not benefit them. Making decisions
Yes.
that, if they were more mature and if they were more self-loving, could be different than the choices that they've
Right.
made. You know what I mean? Right? But I'm gonna say more on Melanie than Annayia, because Annayia, again, it's just more about the fact that Carl was such a good match for her and she really enjoyed him. And it's like, you could have just gone with that. You get what I'm saying? But she also, like we said before, continuously, she's been gassed up, fed, all these, like, you the blueprint,
Yeah.
whatever.
And
From
Melanie
KC.
saw it. It happened right in front of her face.
And with Melanie, though, I would have liked her to see something different from her in terms of just not selecting him. You know what I mean? But I do love the fact that like I said, that plan is trying to grow towards the light, and you just gotta go with it, girl. You gotta go with it. And like you said, it's a lot of growth happening for her, and it's really beautiful to see. I just would really, really, really love to see her before this show ends, to see her just like put her foot down and go at it. Like, everybody.
I think she will.
Yeah.
I think she will, because she had even said the way I'm looking at him is changing, and I was like, bingo.
Yeah.
That was like one of the highlights, like, from Melanie's like arc. For me, I was like, yes, this be that moment where a woman be like, you know what, I'm actually done. It be, because once that switch come on, it be like, all of a sudden ain't nothing working. My cootie cat don't get wet for you no more. Stuff just start not feeling right. The compatibility all of a sudden just starts slipping right on out our fingertips. So I'm loving it. I can't wait to see. I'm like, yeah, girl, lean into it. Lean into it. Lean into it. And I love that she's not resisting it either. She's just like, she's allowing herself to really sit with it. I really want to ask Melanie, girl, you've been in therapy before? Because, before she did the whole three things I can see,
Mhm.
smell, whatever, whatever,
Mhm.
whatever. And that's like a good coping mechanism that's often taught in therapy. But she gives me somebody who has been in therapy because I can see that she actually does know how to sit with her feelings. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
I will say this, the one thing, like, I hated Zach's convo, but I one of the things that it made me think about a little bit is that there is a point where you have to just leave, you know? You can't just keep uh it's like you keep wanting to beat him over the head, and I do think that he need to be beat over the head, and you say what you need to say, right? But you also got to get to that point where it's like, yeah, this is the only thing that keeps coming out of my mouth because we should be together. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
there's a different choice that I need to be making, and the only logical making sense ass thing that I can do right now with this shit is cuss it the fuck out. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like that's why it keeps coming out, because it's like your energy is understanding. It's the only logical thing to do after this fuck shit is cuss him out. But it's like you need to just take that energy
Leave.
and leave. You're overriding the
Yeah.
energy. The energy is trying to push you out, and you here, so it comes out
Mhm.
this way. But anywho, anything else on them, or do we want to move on to?
No.
Do we want to talk about Zach and Kada? Like, everybody else is mid, mid,
Yeah.
mid. You get what I'm saying? Skip. Like, but
Yeah.
we could
Right.
hit on them
Yeah.
a little bit.
Zach and Kada, I'm over Zach. Zach actually to me is a very red pill. He really is.
Mm.
Between the I don't want to make the ladies breakfast, I don't want to make
Oh
Kada breakfast,
yeah,
from
yeah.
him constantly saying, I want to explore, 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 from him making the I love you into a joke, from him trying to like humble Kada with the whole like, cause we're not in a relationship at the end of the day, like, so
Not
it's okay to
boyfriend
do
and
X, Y.
girlfriend. Yeah.
Yes, like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and I'm like, and not y'all in the bed having what seemed like sex, and then you talking about I love you, then the next day you saying it's
It's
a
a
joke.
joke.
Like, bruh,
We don't joke
please,
about those
please, we
things.
don't joke about those things. He is very red pill to me. He
Yeah.
feels, I think, that's why he be moping. That's why he quick to mope.
Yeah, I dislike him. I dislike him all the way.
Yeah,
And I didn't like him in that conversation with Annayia. Like, it was very hard for him. Like, he was struggling with it because he was like, "Oh, it's gonna hurt her feelings." But did you tell him about the fact that when he was talking to Annayia about Casey? Did you tell him about the
yes,
fact that, like, he was like, "Fuck, I don't really, nah, bro, I don't really give a fuck about her
right,
feelings." Like, did you tell him about that part? Because
right,
yeah, it gives that he didn't actually care about her. You know what I mean? So it's like,
right,
or there's levels to it. You get what I'm saying? Maybe I care about you enough to, like, you not get hit by bus, but do I care about you to actually humble myself and accept accountability to, like, the wrong shit I did? That, it's
yeah,
like there's levels to care all the way. But
yeah.
anywho, I ain't got nothing else on I can care. Anything else for you?
Yeah. And the other thing that he said that I was like, maybe we've been talking about Corbin and KC, but maybe Zach in there in that low category too was when he was talking to Sincere and basically said that Melanie is the one who ruined the moment. It's like, why do y'all feel like y'all are obligated? And another thing I actually wanted to bring up on that was um this idea, because we have talked about it, like, with Annayia not being so affectionate with Casey or whatever, and kind of being like a slow burn. And I'm like, I want to know like how affectionate they actually were, because like, is it for Casey the fact that he's not allowing her to, like, French fry or whatever, do a little bump and grind, or is it y'all not even like kissing and maybe doing a little pat rub? Because it's like, men, they be feeling too
Entitled to the ass.
entitled and obligated to a woman's body. Like, if I
Yeah.
say no, it's no, and that is not the first sign of me being
Disinterested.
attracted to you or
Oh.
liking to you or
Mm.
interested in you, just because I'm not doing these things. And for Zach specifically, he's like, that's all he fucking care about. He just want to know what did you do with Shay? Was Shay handling? That's all he care about. That's it. That's it. I don't even think that he liked Kada for real. I think he just want to make sure that he is the only person that has access to Kada.
That,
That's how I
that's
feel.
interesting. That's what the people say. I went to dinner with someone last night, that, like, a group of women, and someone had that opinion, that he doesn't like her. I don't know. I honestly don't know. They give me that they do fuck with each other, but at the same time, I just don't like Zach. And so I'm liable to believe anything about this man because I don't like him, but there's something about it that does seem like they both fuck with each other, but I don't know. I could be off. Anything else on them? Because we didn't talk about Kinsey
No.
and Corbin or Dylan and Kinsey or Gal and Jen or all the
Yeah.
others. No, let me not.
I don't.
Let me
Yeah.
not. I don't mean that
I don't think-
racially. I mean just the others storyline wise.
Oh yeah, child, I wasn't even thinking that way. But
Yeah.
no, I don't have too much on them. It's just Zach and Bryce once again, y'all humping each other.
Yeah.
Bryce going to go grab Zach's ass. I'm like, y'all acting like y'all was just like separate for. Actually, it don't even matter how long they could have been separate. Y'all coming in to hump each other off of excitement is crazy work.
First of all, they want to
It's
separate
crazy
it.
work.
They was together
That's
in
what
the
I'm
guys'
saying.
villa. What the fuck are
But
we
that's what they
talking
was
about?
acting like. Yes, that's what
Oh,
they was acting like. It was like get the boys get back together. Talking about I'm back, I'm back. Like, huh? Y'all have not left each other. Please,
yeah, yeah.
please.
I did like New Girl is a Jalen smashing gal because I was like, okay,
Oh
I
yeah.
like a good girl that's here for the sisterhood.
Mhm.
That was nice, but also Jen is going down for me because I'm like the way she acting with Gal. It's like, girl, stand up. Are you a bad bitch
No,
or what?
literally,
Like, I'm not a fan of it.
literally.
Um, I don't have any other thoughts on them. Uh, yeah, I don't think do I have any thoughts on anybody? Kinsey Dillon, you got any thoughts on Kinsey Dillon? Kinsey Corbin, that mess.
No, not more than what we've already. Oh, go ahead.
Parmita talking about. I don't think I would like to judge his past actions against him. That's unfair. It's like, girl,
No, this was 2 days
this,
ago.
yeah,
This was 2 days ago.
and even if it wasn't 2 days ago, it's like, no, yes, take that
You
past
do.
information as information. It helps
Yeah.
you see a full picture. Even if the
Patterns
picture
of
shows a
behavior.
redemption arc, you know what I'm saying? It
Mhm.
needs to be that's part of who this person is. And side note, let's bring
Yes.
up this TT restraining order shit because that's part of her past story too. It's a temporary restraining order that I've seen paperwork on, so I'm still gonna say allegedly because I ain't look it up at the courthouse myself and see that it was actually from the courthouse and not AI. But we saw some information that she had 2 temporary restraining orders against her when she was 17, and it gives like somebody was like, "That's when she's 17," and I was like, "Okay, whatever." But
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
what
How
the
many
fuck?
17-year-olds out here getting restraining
I know
orders?
it's a
Like,
little
be effing for
abnormal.
real.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's giving. There's a little drama might follow home girl. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I will say to that point, temporary restraining orders are like they're not final judgments. A restraining order, usually a temporary restraining order is just temporary. It's just to give you a moment. There's enough that was said, but a lot of times it doesn't mean just because it does a full restraining order didn't go in. It doesn't mean that the facts weren't there sufficient. It just sometimes means that somebody might have dropped it, whatever the case may be. But it's given like I ain't got no restraining orders or temporary restraining orders against me. I ain't got shit. You get what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
that's not normal. So
It's not
she
normal
got to be
at
watched.
any age.
Like what did
Correct.
Trinity say? She got to be watched.
She do got to be watched. And it's not normal at any age to have no restraining order
Yeah.
against you.
No,
Somebody felt the
facts.
need to go to the courthouse
Yeah.
and get a restraining order against you.
Twice.
Why?
Twice.
Why? You know what I'm saying? On top of, again, the way she came into Casa Amor being so up Casey ass. But I will also say too, I did see that she's been on like streaming with Deshay. I'm not a fan of Deshay. She's been on other like little side reality show type things. And so I think she's very aware of perception. And I think she, like I said in the first time when we first saw her, I think she's moving very calculated. She's moving very calculated. So I said earlier, like, glad the conversation was on screen for just the sake of perception of black women. But for me personally, in my heart, I'm like, girl, I know you're calculated. I know you are calculated. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's giving at the end of the day. Don't know you personally, but based on your patterns of behavior and, you know, the information I have received, it seems like you are a calculated person.
Yeah.
So,
no facts.
Yeah, I don't know about that over there. And yeah, Parmita. Did I talk about Parmita? Yeah, we did talk about Parmita. Yeah, Parmita, child, and like I'm like, yeah, and that 22-year-old, while you talk about you big and grown, oh, you had to tell that motherfucker to wash his motherfucking tongue.
Yeah.
Like, that is so disgusting to me. It's such a horror story, men in hygiene sometimes. Like, if you are listening, you are a man, please don't be that man that don't. The first thing I thought about when I saw that was how men do not be washing in between a butt crack. You need to wash in between your butt crack, because I have heard horror stories of men getting up off of women's couches and beds, and it's a little mark because you don't wash in between the sweat from the activities. It's on the bed, and now it's a line. It's a little dark line because y'all don't want to spread them cheeks in the shower and get up in there with that soap and rag. Wash your ass. Wash your ass. That's all. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got an episode coming tonight, so we're gonna get to the rest
Yeah.
of it later on. But that's all we got for y'all today. And we
Correct.
tired. I'm in my late 30s. I gotta get my sleep, y'all. Okay.
Correct.
These things
I
gonna
also just
start
like to
being
live. I
permanent.
like to live life. It's summertime. Okay. But that's it, y'all. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. Follow us if you are on Spotify or Apple. Make sure you hit the comments and let us know your thoughts. And also, don't forget to get your t-shirt and your baked goods from Scratch and Soul Bakery. We will catch you tonight. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.